guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing a set from Kayali. This is the limited edition set of 4 fragrances that they have launched for vacations. So I do have a smaller set. This is like just 4 samples that you can get. And you can also get the bigger set. The bigger set are always these same 4 scents, but they are in 10 ml bottles. I'm gonna include the picture of the bigger set here. They never launched, as of now, a bigger bottle of this. So the biggest size that you can actually get of these fragrances is 10 ml, and you can only get them as a set, not separately. So I have to tell you that with Kayali, for me it's a hit and miss brand. I do have 4 fragrances of Kayali, so I have 2 here, 1 there, and I also have this cherry, burned cherry fest, Love Fest burning cherry, this one. So but it's like an oddly shaped bottle, so I didn't even put it on the back. Anyway, and for me it's a hit and miss. Like, I do have a pistachio and I didn't really like it. I do have this vanilla that everyone seems to like so much, and I just it's not a bad fragrance. It's a good vanilla. It's not an exceptional fragrance. I do have this one, which is Eden, which is this kind of apple. This one is nice because it's appley, it's fresh, it's very nice, and it's very juicy, and I love this one. And then the latest launches, rock vanilla candy, rock candy, something like that, didn't like it at all. Lychee, not my jam. And then they have launched this one, and I was like, oh my gosh, vacation vibe in a bottle. This is something that I really want to try. And so far I can tell you that out of 4 fragrances, I loved 1 very much. And if you have been following me for some time now, you probably know which one is the one that I loved. There's the one that I didn't like at all, and there's the 2 that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just use the sample and I'm gonna just forget about the scent. So let's start, and please, mind you, I'm not sending any hate. If I'm telling that I didn't like the fragrance, doesn't mean that I don't like the brand, doesn't mean that I don't care about your feelings about this brand or this fragrance. If you like it, I am really always happy for you. It means that you have found the fragrance that you like, and go ahead, use it, abuse it, and love it, and have fun with it. So one more thing, longevity. I was impressed. I was beyond impressed with the longevity of these fragrances. I have said numerous times that for me, with all these current fragrances that we have, if I have a longevity like 3 to 4 hours, for me it's a good longevity. But these fragrances, and mind you, I have to repeat it once again, when I test the longevity, I just make 1 spray of the sample, and obviously 1 spray of the sample isn't like 1 spray of the bottle because it's smaller. Anyway, 1 spray of the fragrance that I love the most on my skin, my chemistry, my skin, my pH, and blah blah blah, it lasted more than 8 hours, and I was, what? I wasn't expecting that, and I'm just, oh my gosh, it's something incredible. I can say the same thing about the other fragrances. Other 2, they probably lasted 6 to 7 hours, and another one 8 hours plus, just like the one that I love the most. So I am beyond impressed. So good. The longevity is good on me. So let's start with the beautiful fragrance that is called Capri in a bottle. So Capri, Italy. So Capri in a bottle, they have here lemon, sugar, freesia, raspberry, vanilla, and musk notes. And this is the one that I liked the least. For me, this fragrance is something like, it's lemony and it's sugary. I have to give it that. You know, it's lemony, it's sugary, just like they promised. And it's gourmand, it's beautiful, it's refreshing, it's sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet. And it's very appropriate for hot, scorching weather. It's good, but for me, Capri in a bottle is something like quite artificial. It seems like I have this kind of this chewy lemony candy. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad vibe that I get from this fragrance. It's just that it almost seems like it's kind of juvenile for me. And yeah, I'm not a fan of this fragrance. Is it a bad fragrance? No. Would I be able to use this fragrance, the whole bottle, like 10 ml bottle? Obviously. But yeah, it's just not that I liked. But and this is, by the way, the fragrance that lasted the least. So like 6 hours, but it's still a good lasting power, don't you think? So this is the one that it just like, no, I don't want to smell like that. So the next one would be Maldives in a bottle, and this is the fragrance that I quite liked. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of forgettable scent. I'm not in love with it, but I can't say this is a bad fragrance. So the Maui in a bottle has sweet banana, pear, coconut cream, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. And this is your, I have this all over my hand, so I have two here and two here. So this one is good. This one is very coconutty, it's very sweet. It really gives you these tropical vibes. It really gives you this impression that you just came to this beautiful island, and with this white sand and the sea, well, the ocean is very nice and warm and inviting, and you have this kind of vibes. I like this one. In my opinion, I have to tell you, in my opinion, this is a fragrance, well, not just this one, but these four fragrances, they are spot on. If you want to have a beautiful set of fragrances with you for this vacation, you just go ahead, you get the bigger bottles or the couple of the smaller sets, and you're good to go. You're all set. You're gonna have fragrances for the day, for the night, for the evening, for the dinner, for the I don't know, some romantic encounters, what have you, for the evening stroll with your friend, what have you. It's a good one. So it's very meticulously thought through collection, in my opinion. The fact that I didn't like some of the fragrances doesn't impact my judgment, because I do think that it's a very nicely made, nicely collected notes and everything. So this is a nice smell. This is a nice one. It's this kind of sweet, more sweeter coconut, so it's more denser. The sweetness of the coconut is very much more prominent. So this one is good. I would say that this one is more like evening time for this tropical island. So the next one is gonna be Maldives in a bottle, and the Maldives in a bottle, they have rosemary, wild lemon, starfruit, banana blossom, ylang ylang, and coconut milk. And this one is a fragrance that I liked a little bit more than the previous one, than the Maui one, because this one, you see, this one has coconut, but this coconut is fresher. It's very nice, it's very fresh, it's refreshing coconut, that I couldn't actually say the same thing about the previous coconut, because it's not refreshing, it's so sweet. So this one is nice. This one is For me, this is something for like for the daytime. If you want this coconutty vibes for daytime, it's still sweet, but it's not as sweet as the previous one. And also, this kind of it has this kind of herbal quality to it. You see, when I first sprayed this, oh my gosh, my hair is killing me. So when I first sprayed these fragrances on me, I immediately spotted this herbal quality, and I was like, herbal? Am I just dreaming what it is? And then I saw that it has rosemary, and one can say, well, coconut and rosemary is like these two, they don't really blend together, but in my opinion, it's a good one. It's very well done. It really gives you this freshness and airness and this kind of watery, like seasidey vibes. So I do like this one. This one is the best out of these coconutty ones. And so the last one is my most favorite, and it is Marrakesh in a bottle. And don't be alarmed, because when someone says Marrakesh, you probably would go, your mind would go to like spices and very oriental. It's not like that. It's a beautiful floral, white floral. I'm gonna read out the notes. So the fragrance is here. It's much more orangey than the rest of them. So the Marrakesh in the bottle, it has bergamot, orange blossom, pink pepper, Turkish rose, neroli, and cedar wood. And this one is, oh my gosh, this one is the one that I love the most. This one, I need a bigger bottle, and there's no bigger bottle, at least at the moment, but I would really want myself a big bottle. Maybe not 100 ml like this one, maybe 50, but I would really get 50 ml of this one. And this one is so good. And immediately, my mind went to the fragrance that, like, the first spray, and I was like, am I dreaming again? What is it? For me, in my opinion, for my taste, for my nose, it's very reminiscent of Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. This kind of white flower part is very reminiscent, but not just that fragrance. There's another fragrance that I used to have samples of all the collection of this brand, and this is the brand that it has kind of a speciality like the white flowers. So I'm gonna leave the name of the fragrance below. I'm gonna put the photo probably of the picture of the fragrance. So, and it had the same kind of quality, Neroli, and it just reminds me of these two fragrances. But in general, I love Neroli, I love bergamot, I like white flowers. So for me, this is the fragrance that I would go for. Now, obviously, I was quite interested in what other people have to say about this collection, and so the opinions about collection overall very positive. But I was kind of I was so surprised to find myself in a minority, actually, because the Marrakesh in the bottle is the fragrance that probably the least people liked, because the majority of people liked Capri, which has this lemon and sugar vibe. And by the way, Capri in a bottle was compared to Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, in my opinion. And I do own a Devotion bottle. It's nothing like that. It's so far from it, because Devotion, it's much more dense, it's much more present, it's much more beautiful than this one. Capri in a bottle is almost like, it's sugary, it's lemony, and it's kind of transparent. Devotion isn't like that. It's just complete opposite from that. Well, obviously it has lemon, and obviously it has this creaminess, and it has this kind of gourmand vibes, just as this Capri, but these are the two fragrances that you just cannot compare. So anyway, the people's favorite, at least from what I have seen, from what I have read, so Capri is the favorite, and then Maui. And for me, I loved Marrakesh the most and Maldives. So anyway, I have to tell you, just to make this kind of to wrap to wrap this review. I liked the collection. In my opinion, the collection is well made. The research, the ideas that came and went to this collection, you can actually feel that it's just not like, well, 4 fragrances. We just have to create one coconutty but a bit more dense, and one I know, lemony, and one white flower, and let's just put like that. You can actually feel that there was the research behind the collection, which I really appreciate. And I liked the fact that along with the bigger collection, and the bigger collection, I have to repeat, it's 4 bottles, 10 ml each, and it retails for well, around 100 euros, this collection, which makes like 25 per bottle, which isn't the bad price. It's actually lower if you would buy them separately. Well, the 10 mils of Kayali, they cost more, but anyway, it's kind of a big sum of money for 40 ml. So I appreciate that they have also gave us this opportunity to test this to make this testing, and I really hope that they would launch Marrakesh in a bottle separately, because I would obviously buy myself a bottle of that one. Yeah, so let me know if you have tried these fragrances, if you know these fragrances, if you are interested in getting them. In my opinion, this is a kind of a no-brainer. If you need 4 distinct different fragrances for your travels to the tropical somewhere hot countries, this is the collection that you have to go and buy. And the last thing that I have to say to you is that price-wise, in my opinion, but not just price-wise, but also like space-wise, because if you are going to on vacation, you probably have limited amount of space that you can, pack your toiletries and your fragrances. So if you just count how much milliliters per euro you get, it's better actually to get yourself 7 of these smaller sets, and you will get the same exact amount of fragrance, even a little bit more than that, and you will pay less. And the space, you will actually save the space. Obviously, you will not have this beautiful fancy bottle, multicolored, like we have orange bottle and yellow bottle and green and blue and everything. You will just have this kind of plain sample, but it's gonna be cheaper. And the amount of space that the 4 samples take, it's not comparable to the 4 bottles, obviously. So anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you about this collection. I do really hope that it will help you in case you would like to get this collection, if it will help you to decide if you want it or not. So anyway, thank you for your attention. I wish you a beautiful, wonderful Sunday, and I will meet you on Wednesday. Bye!